China is known to guard the secrets and capabilities of its weapon systems closely. However, diverging from the norm, Beijing has released a rare video of its mysterious DF-100 supersonic missile, shedding new light on the capabilities and specifications of its frontline missile. China has released rare footage of its mysterious DF-100 supersonic cruise missile in action, shedding new light on the specifications and mobility of the model believed to be a major deterrent for U.S. warships and military bases in the region. The video, aired on state television, shows the highly secretive weapon being fired from a mobile launcher in an urban environment, highlighting its operational flexibility. With a range of up to 4,000 kilometers and a speed of Mach 4, the DF-100 poses a serious threat to U.S. and allied forces across the Indo-Pacific, including key bases in Guam and Okinawa. It is a critical component of China's anti-access area denial strategy. Notably, the 2-minute segment released last week as part of the final episode of a documentary on the People's Liberation Army marked only the second time that China has released footage of the cruise missile since its high-profile debut in 2019. The significance of this new footage can be gauged from the fact that the last time China released footage of this missile, it was only 2 seconds long, and the missile has been blurred on its launch vehicle, making it impossible to analyze the technical specifications and the operating model. The last footage was released in 2019 and was deleted from official channels just hours later. The state media in China, including China News Service and accounts affiliated with Xinhua News Service themselves, reported the event as a rarity. These media platforms shared the footage under the headline "Rare Public Release of DF-100 Cruise Missile Launch Video," and also confirmed the model of the missile. The latest footage is nearly 2 minutes long. The video footage, released on China's Central Television, is part of the 5th and final episode of a People's Liberation Army documentary. The documentary is part of the commemorations for the PLA's 98th anniversary. It also precedes a large-scale military parade in Beijing on September 3 to celebrate the 80th anniversary of China's victory over Japan in the Second World War and the global victory against fascism. It is anticipated that China could also unveil some new weapon systems during or in the run-up to the military parade on September 3. The 2-minute-long footage showed a PLA Rocket Force Brigade conducting a cable communications exercise that began before dawn and included a scenario in which enemy forces attempted full-spectrum jamming, requiring the unit to establish a wired communications link rapidly before launch, the Hong Kong-based South China Morning Post SCMP reported. "We are on standby for long periods," Brigade Deputy Commander Lieutenant Colonel Zhang Guodong told China Central Television CCTV, adding that sometimes we can't get a solid night's sleep for days. "Our targets are mobile, and so are our positions," Zhang said. In the footage, the missile is shown to be launched from an urban setting, a departure from previous launch videos where the missile was launched from desert settings. According to analysts, the launch from an urban setting points to the flexibility of DF-100 launch platforms. Yun Sun, a senior fellow and director of the China program at the Stimson Center, said the urban backdrop is evidently aimed at illustrating the flexibility and mobility of DF-100's launching capability. If it can be launched close to urban areas, it will be more difficult for adversaries to locate, identify, target, and destroy it. Retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Dennis Blasco said the site resembled the PLA's 656th Brigade under Base 65, citing a U.S. Air Force think tank report in his own review of satellite imagery that showed distinctive orange sheds and a training hangar on the outskirts of Laiwu in Shandong Province. Looking at Google Earth imagery of the Yangfang Parade training area in Beijing, I'm pretty sure we'll see the DF-100 again soon in the September parade, Blasco, a former U.S. defense attaché in Beijing and Hong Kong with 23 years of service as a military intelligence officer, told the South China Morning Post SCMP. The DF-100 made its debut in 2019 during the 70th National Anniversary Parade. However, initially, there was considerable confusion over its name. The presenter referred to the missile as CJ-100, despite the DF-100 markings on its launch canister. Here comes the CJ-100 cruise missile formation, the latest in the CJ series. The hypersonic weapon features high precision and long-range strike capability, as well as fast response, the presenter had said in 2019. In China, the DF or Dongfeng prefix is generally reserved for ballistic missiles, whereas the CF or Changjian prefix is reserved for land attack cruise missiles. The missile also made an appearance at the 2024 Zhuhai Air Show, where its specifications were made public: a range of 3,000 to 4,000 kilometers, a Mach 4 cruising speed, strong penetration capabilities, high strike accuracy, and a rapid reaction time. Notably, the range of 4,000 kilometers will cover the entire first island chain around China, a string of strategic archipelagos surrounding mainland China that includes Japan, the Ryukyu Islands, Taiwan, the northern Philippines, and Borneo. This concept is central to the U.S. island chain strategy, which aims to contain the military expansion of China in the Indo-Pacific. The U.S. also maintains many strategic military bases in the first island chain, such as Kadena Air Base on Okinawa, Yokosuka Naval Base, and Misawa Air Base in Japan. The range of 4,000 kilometers will also place most of the second island chain within reach of the DF-100. The second island chain also includes the U.S. military base in Guam. Thus, the supersonic cruise missile threatens key U.S. military bases, aircraft carriers, and logistics hubs in the first and second island chain and has the potential to challenge the U.S. ability to project power to the west of the second island chain. The missile's speed, range, and precision suggest applications in China's anti-access area denial A2AD strategy. Furthermore, the missile can be launched from dual platforms. It can be launched from land-based vehicles such as a 10x10 transporter erector launcher vehicle, as well as from the H-6N bomber. Notably, when launched from the H-6N bomber, its range could be extended to over 6,000 kilometers. The system is capable of engaging targets such as land-based facilities, reinforced structures, underground bunkers, and large naval vessels such as aircraft carriers. Furthermore, the missile could carry both conventional and nuclear warheads. The missile's significance in China's strategic calculus can be imagined from the fact that Beijing maintains more secrecy around the DF-100 than it maintains around platforms such as fifth-generation stealth fighters like the J-20 and J-35A. With a range of up to 4,000 kilometers and a speed of Mach 4, the DF-100 poses a serious threat to U.S. and allied forces across the Indo-Pacific, including key bases in Guam and Okinawa. It is a critical component of China's anti-access area denial strategy.